All right. Good morning, traders. Today is August 2nd, 2024. My name is John Carrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Good morning to everybody out there in the room, everybody in digital land. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning is new. It doesn't remain. Is 542.50. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. IWM, and if I got the right one here. Yeah, okay, well, delete that. IWM and Diamond Dow. No, they don't remain in up. Yeah, they remain in uptrends while SPY and QQQ remain in downtrends. All right. Why does this look different? No, that's not right. Okay, SPY closed with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute uptrend. All of the Fab Five made bearish engulfing candles, closing under their traps under their 17 EMAs. Gold in an uptrend made a higher high and a higher low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver in a downtrend made an outside day, closing under a bearish trap and the falling 17 EMA. UNG made a new all-time low. Nothing, no surprise there. USO in a downtrend made a bearish engulfing candle, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend closed near the 104.37 area, continuing with the bear flag. All right, so back to the beginning of this paragraph here. SPY, FNGU, and QQQ did not make higher highs and higher lows. Okay, closing under, okay, they did not. They made bearish engulfing. All right, and SPY did close with a 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute uptrend. All of the Fab Five made bearish engulfing candles, closing under their traps and also under their 17 EMAs. All right, just want to correct that, okay? Just want to make sure you guys got that. And what else was left? That's it, right? Yeah, it's that third sentence there. SPY and FNGU made higher highs. That's not true. I got to take that out. That was supposed to be deleted. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. All right, good morning, Marley. All right, let's take a look. Here's here it says SPY. Okay, bearish engulfing. All right, not only bearish engulfing, but outside day. All right, so price action is higher high, lower low, closing under bearish trap under the 17 EMA on SPY. Okay, and let's take a look at the 2-hour. On the 2-hour, we got ourselves a 2-hour downtrend. They keep flipping back and forth here. All right, on the 10-minute, we close with a 10-minute uptrend. And currently, we're in, well, I'm just going to call it flat because that's where it's at. It's flat. That's where it's at. Let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, we'll look at QQQ on the daily. Again, bearish, engulfing, outside day. Higher high, lower low, closing under. Bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA, okay? SPY still in a downtrend. QQQ still in a downtrend, all right? FNGU, all right, still in a downtrend. Today's price action, outside day, bearish engulfing. Higher high, lower low, closing under, bearish trap underneath the 17 EMA. Still in a downtrend. So SPY, QQQ, FNGU, still in downtrends. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM, bearish engulfing move right here. Lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish cross, underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, still, that's a bull flag. I don't know if we're going to call that. That's a flaky downtrend if you ask me. Okay, because they took out that low right there. So that's a flaky downtrend, but still in an uptrend. All right, so we'll see what happens with that one. Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow still in an uptrend. Diamond Dow putting in a bearish engulfing. All right, that's with a lower high and a lower low, closing under the bearish trap or under the bearish cross, and also underneath the 17 EMA. There's Diamond Dow. All right, let's take a look at our technicals. T2122. All right, the bears threw us out of the overbought zone. You can see they threw us, they just booted us clear over the buy zone, over the buyer's chop zone, into the seller's chop zone. And we spent most of the day in the seller's chop zone down here at the 30% mark. Okay, so there's T2122. T2123. On the 3-bar chart, we had a nice little 2 or 3 candle rally in the morning. On the 15-minute, this is the 15-minute for the T2123. And then after that, it was a melt-off almost to the end of the day, and then we put 1 green candle in at the end of the day. Still up over that rising 200, so I'm still bullish. T2123 3-bar. For the 3-bar, we're up over the 200, and we're consolidating in a bull flag fashion, and we are put in 3 more green candle bars right there for T2123 3-bar chart. All right, still in an uptrend on that one. FNGU in a downtrend. Yesterday's price action, kind of almost the same thing here. First 3 or 4 candle bars were green. After that, it was a sell-off for the rest of the day. Getting walloped with a whack-a-mole on the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart. So the 200 waxed price down. 2 prior lows right there, had a triple bottom. We'll see where we go from here. We could rip this morning. Just saying, we could rip and do a bullish engulfing, or we could break down. Now, we do have a falling dollar. Dollar fell back down overnight. So we could rip. We'll see what happens. Here's FNGU. Let's go and take a look at some energy. All right, we'll start off with USO, crude oil petroleum, still in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. So it's still in a downtrend. Price action for yesterday, make sure I get the right one. Right here, bearish engulfing, right there. Red candle, closing below, bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. So USO, bearish engulfing. UNG, still in a downtrend, printing new all-time lows. No surprise there. They just did that 2 days ago. Okay, so there's UNG. Let's take a look at precious metals. There's silver. Silver's in a downtrend since they broke this low here. If they could break this high, we could have ourselves a flaky uptrend. All right, but silver's still in a downtrend. Yesterday's price action, outside day, that's a higher high and a lower low, closing over the bearish trap, but still under the falling 17 EMA. Let's take a look at gold. Gold's in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs, makes another higher low, looking for pressure on the bulls to make the higher high. Yesterday's price action, higher high, higher low. Okay, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. So gold still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at our calendar. Let's take a look at a few other sectors. All right, SMH, bearish engulfing. Boom. Still in a downtrend. All right, XLK, technology sector, bearish engulfing. Still in a downtrend. Okay, XLI, these are our industrials. Still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. We just printed a new all-time high the day before yesterday. All right, that was a new all-time high for the XLI. Big bearish engulfing, closing underneath the trap, clearly underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at XLF, who also printed new all-time highs just a few days ago. All right, XLF, a little bearish engulfing on that one as well. Closing a lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, but over the rising 17 EMA. There's XLF, still in an uptrend. Industrials, still in an uptrend. Wish I knew this. I wish I knew this sector for retail. I think retail's broken up into consumer discretionary and then to consumer staples. Just like to see consumer discretionary. That would be the one I'd like to see. I'll get that for us next time. I'll look it up. You know it, XRT. Thank you, John. XRT. And that is S&P Retail ETF. All right, let's take a look at this. This is bullish. All right. So even though Amazon fell out of bed last night or this morning, okay, I'm just saying retail is bullish. Oh my God, this looks like a huge wedge ready to break out to the upside. Look at that. Really nice chart. Okay, that is in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action, bearish engulfing, of course. All right, on the body part. Closing lower high, lower low, closing underneath the trap, but over the 17 EMA. Still on top of the uptrend here. So, wow, that's, I'm telling you, I think retail's about to take off. We got to have, I think we're going into some sector rotation. I think the big caps and technology are going to hand the baton over to the retail sector. This thing looks like it's ready to break out. I mean, this has been up here once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. This is ready to pop. This is just kind of winding up, ready to pop. So XRT, looking ready to pop on the upside. Nice bull flag, just holding the ground up here like that. So I think we got the sector rotation. The baton has been passed. I think we're about to get a nice pop on the XRT. Thank you, John. All right, let's take a look at, we just did industrials. What else we want? We did financials. All right, uptrend, XRT, retail in an uptrend. Let's take a look at, who do I want to look for? How about some transports? All right, transports in the flaky uptrend. All right, let's see what candle that is. Is that yesterday's? That's yesterday's candle. Transports still in the flaky uptrend. All right. They take out this low, they're in a downtrend. All right, they took out this high that put them in an uptrend, but ever since they took out that high after they got up to here, and it wasn't a very convincing uptrend. All right, I mean they melted down and lost almost 80% of that pop up right there. Okay, but nonetheless, IYT still in an uptrend. Not a very convincing uptrend, but it's still in an uptrend. Okay, they did make a higher low. They still have not made the higher high. Not sure if they're going to get it done. Yesterday's price action, that's this candle right here with a huge tail at the bottom. I don't even know if that's true. Anyways, putting in a lower high and a lower low, closing over, this is different, a bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. Okay, so IYT Transports still in an uptrend. Not a very convincing uptrend, but hey, you know what? I think they made it back to halfway of the pullback. I just want to measure that. Almost. They're leaning on it. Okay, they're leaning on it. They were up there spiking it the day before, and they spiked it again yesterday. So transports trying to make a comeback here. Got to get on top of the midpoint, but nice work there, coming back to the midpoint after all this pullback. So there's IYT. All right, let's take a look at economic calendar. It's going to be a light today. It's options expiration Friday. Let's see if I get the right one. Here we are with Max Payne. I got to tell you, this site sucks. It's like hit or miss. I can never get it to fire up. I always got to go to the other one. And we'll try that one for Chart Exchange. All right, economic calendar for today. Employment situation, 8:30. Factory orders, 10 o'clock. Okay? And motor vehicle sales came in sometime this morning. Employment situation, 8:30. Factory orders, 10 o'clock. and a rig count at 10. So really light day, okay? All the pressure is going to be on the options. All right. For earnings today, Berkshire still assembling the P&L. We'll see if they're going to report. ExxonMobil is going to report this morning. 400 and my eyes aren't too good. 67 billion, 296 billion for Chevron. Linde 217 billion. Enbridge 79 billion. Those are all going to report this morning before the open. On Monday, who do we got? Somebody, Sumitomo's trying to find the P&L. Some familiar names. Tyson Foods, we know that one. All right. Platinier, we know that one. All right, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. On Tuesday, all right, we got Amgen's going to report after the close, 178 billion. And Caterpillar, another industrial, they're going to report 169 billion. They're going to report before the market opens. Another one, Mitsubishi Financial. Didn't we just see them on Friday or Monday? Okay, so they're still trying to find the P&L. Uber, 134 billion. They're going to report in the morning on Tuesday. Airbnb, 89 billion. They're going to report after the close. Okay, again, nothing really market moving here, but some familiar names that might have an impact on the sector. On Wednesday, see what we got for Wednesday. Nordisk, 591 billion. Didn't realize they were that big. I guess asthma is making a comeback. Walt Disney, they're going to report 170 billion. They're going to report in the morning along with Nordisk. In the evening, got 80 billion. McKesson Corporation, they're going to report in the evening on Wednesday. Other than that, you get Shopify, CVS. Again, some familiar names, but nothing that's really going to move the markets. This could definitely move the markets. This could have an impact on the pharmaceutical sector right there. Other than that, that's it there. And let's take a look at the U.S. dollar. Okay, so yesterday we did a bullish engulfing. I wanted the follow through. This right here was the point that I was looking for the follow through, right at the bottom of this candle right here, this red candle that breaks down, because I wanted it to break these lows right through here. Okay, right. I wanted to break these lows that are right here, right here. Wanted it to break below that. Okay, see that line? I wanted that to get broken. We spiked it, and then we just continued with the bear flag right there. Okay, so then we closed up here around 104.37 yesterday, and it looked like they were ready to rip back up and challenge the highs. Okay, but then along came last night, and we find ourselves with a bearish engulfing candle on the dollar as well as on the indices, which usually doesn't happen. Okay, and we're down here back at the 104 level again. Okay, so I need to see some follow through for this. So we got ourselves a little bull sandwich here. All right, a bull sandwich is bearish. So we'll see if they can move this thing down into the favored zone right here. This would be the preferred section for the bulls to get price down. That would be the market bulls, all right, the index bulls, to see U.S. dollar start to trade down into this box and challenge these lows over here to the far, far left. Okay, so there's U.S. dollar. All right, let's see if we can get some max pain going on, see what's going on with that. And try one more time. No dice, no dice. Oh, none of them are working. Oh, wait, here we got one. All right, August 2nd. They're saying, and they're not right all the time, okay? They're saying max pain is 548. I don't think we're going to 548. And the put to call ratio is 2 1/3 puts to every call. All right, so unless the bulls get really inspired off that triple bottom, all right, we'll see what happens. It doesn't look like anything's happening this morning so far. All right, so Here's Max Payne 548. We're well below 548. I don't even think we're going to get close to 548 today, but I've seen miracles happen. So 2 1/3 puts to every call. So this is juiced up for a put squeeze if the bulls want to push it. So we'll see what happens. All right, traders, that's it. I just want to point out something that I found interesting last night. I like Sega, not a very common name, Sega. They made a name for themselves selling, I guess, the antidote to monkeypox. So they sell some other vaccines and put some other stuff together. So the world is probably going to need a huge supply of vaccines or what do they call those? Therapeutics or whatever to combat monkeypox. So this right here, we have 3 candles closing over the all-time high on top of support. So if I see 10-minute uptrend here today, I'm very interested in getting some calls for Sega. Okay, 3 days consolidation on top of support right through here. Okay, they couldn't hold it here. They couldn't get over it here. They held it for 3 days here, which is pretty much what I like to see. So I'm looking for this. If they can get a 10-minute uptrend on top of that pink line, I'm interested in picking up some calls right there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a line in here right now. Okay, so up here. And I want an alert if they're up there today. They could be up there today. This is just pre-market mumbo jumbo right there. What else do I like? I think it was another one I think I like was AMCR. I like the consolidation on that up here. I like the 3 days on top of, see the 3 days on top of support up here. I like that. That's another one that I'm interested in picking up a call for is AMCR. This has been went through a whole lot of down right here. This has to do with boxing and the retail sector. And you can see the retail sector is getting juiced up for a pop out. So I kind of like AMCR. I'd like to see another day of holding up here. And then I think I'd be looking for some calls on a 10-minute uptrend up over this resistance area holding up here. So I like AMCR and Sega this morning. And that's about it. All right. John M. Short term. Yes, just short term calls. Yeah, like 30 to 60 days. Yeah, just for the pop. Yep, 30 to 60 days. So I like that one and Sega. I don't think it will last long. I think it's just going to pop. Sega, I think, goes a little bit longer than, I think they're both in the same boat. AMCR and Sega. They could go for a while. But I think short term, and you know what, John? Hey, we can always roll them out, right? Into something a little bit longer. I have some EXEL that I took profit on. Okay, if I can get it to hold up here, I'm very interested in reloading. But I like EXEL. And I'd like to see it consolidate 3 days on top of here. All right, I'm interested. I've got 16 DTE calls, and I'm interested in rolling those out for a little bit longer. So there's EXEL also, kind of in that wedge format. This has got to do a lot with a court decision shared with me by One of our members, Alpha Dog, Robert, he shared it with us. Got a little W pattern showing up here. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of looks like they already had a little battle going on here. So they don't need to stop and have a battle now that they've already had it over here. So it could be a rip from here, maybe up to $30 on EXEL. So that's getting juiced up right there. Wish I had bought longer term calls though. But I was looking for a pullback in the last 3 days, but they have not given me one. So we'll see what happens. So I like EXEL, I like SIGA, I like AMCR. Earnings the 21st. Yeah, probably maybe get options that expire before then, if they're possible. August 6th, that one's going to be tough on EXEL. You know what? Probably glad I got out, even though I got out with some profit, so not much. Let the earnings kick in and then pick it up after. I think the court decision is coming out sometime between the 12th, now and the 12th. So they got it's like a double whammy. They're going to have earnings and a court decision coming in. Yeah. All right, traders, that's it for me right now. All right, I'll take questions in the room. All right, for today, in the SPY. Okay, the pivot. Okay, remember the pivot? I just talked about it. Okay, pivot's going to be, what did I say? 542.50. Okay, 542.50. And we're going to go to the 10-minute chart. There's our pivot. All right, we are looking for red erases green scenarios. Okay, so below here, a red candle for me below 539.52 represents a possible red erases green scenario, one in which I would be interested in taking short, okay, because the market's weak. All right. If I fail, all right, I would put my stop at 10 cents over high of day. Why? Because it's very possible that they want a gap fill. All right. So if I get a red candle starting at the beginning, I'm going to be interested in taking it below 539.52. So red candle below 539.52 represents the next down move. That would be red erasing green, with my stop 10 cents over the high of day. 10 cents over the high of day. If it fails, remember, they could go back there and want to do the gap fill. So you got to be quick, got to be fast. They might want to go gap fill it and then come back down here. We'll see what they want to do. So put a line in here and make it a red line. All right, make it a red line because we want a red candle below the red line. All right, if we get a red candle below the red line, that represents an entry for me this morning. Red erasing green. And where would be the green that we're erasing? Right here. Okay, that's the green that's getting erased. So red erases green. That's an entry. Stop 10 cents over high of day. Okay, right there. So that's the opening plan this morning. What would I do with the bull put spread? Like I said, if I get red erases green, I'll be buying puts. So I'm going to leave that in place. Chandru, that 533, 530 bull put spread, That expires at 4 p.m. today. All right, so I'll have puts to cover that put spread. All right, if I've got 539 puts or 538 puts, okay, then I'll have something to satisfy the 533 puts should I get called on it. You understand what I'm saying? What happened here? I'm just going to leave it in place. I see price coming down to here, 532, 49, and then a possible pop. We'll see what happens. If I have to protect it, I have to protect it. Okay, another one that I like, after about 3 days, here's another one that I like, is Intel. All right, Intel is at a crazy 10-year low. Okay, this is a 10-year low right here. All right, you're going to have to take out your rubber gloves for this one. Okay, but that is a 10-year low for Intel. Probably one of the biggest chip providers in the globe, right there, for home personal computers, PCUs. All right, for personal computers. Okay, I don't think it's going to be here for long. All right, I can see maybe 30 days. I'm on a monthly chart. I can see maybe 30 days, and after that, I think that's it. It's going back up. To see this at 10-year lows, okay, so they gave up the dividend. You know, I'm just going to say, you're buying a $20 stock for the dividend? That doesn't make sense. All right? Maybe it does to you. I don't know. All right? But 10-year lows, I think that's crazy low. It's ridiculously low for the biggest home PC personal computer chip provider. I mean, you look at all your laptops, you know, they either got AMD or Intel, right? And you look at all your personal computers, they either got AMD or Intel, right? And the only ones that don't are your phones. Your phones don't have AMD and Intel. So the employment situation came in. So this looks crazy low. So a daily uptrend on this guy, all right, maybe a 4-hour uptrend on this will look really attractive to me. I don't expect it to stay here longer than 30 days. All right, so we'll see what happens. Just want to make you aware, like if you got a shopping list, you know, for your 401k or your IRA, this might be an answer. It's up to you. You got to do your own due diligence. But just let you know. All right, traders. See you guys at 9:15. We'll open up the market.